Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Blake Corum. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Ethan Evans on now to punt.
Formation for the Rams.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. They'll go to Barkley again. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Yes, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 37 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run with Corum. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
22. 20.
Stafford. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle. Here's Corum. And down to the 36-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. It's another 3rd down conversion, their 3rd on this drive so far.
Yeah, you talk about wearing down a defense for this drive. What you want is pop, 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 pop. Eventually, the boom occurs.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Corum. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. That's complete. Jordan Whittington. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Corum. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got that punt team getting loose on the sideline. So that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of incompletions, third time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 58 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, it's Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Barkley, inside handoff. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A first down carry for Barkley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.